Plato was born in Athens, Greece in 427 BCE, and was a student of Socrates. After Socrates was sentenced to death by the Athenian authorities, Plato became disillusioned with Athenian democracy and left the city to travel and study philosophy. When he returned to Athens, he founded the Academy, which was the first institution of higher learning in the Western world. Plato's philosophy was focused on the nature of reality and the question of what makes something real. He believed that the material world is imperfect and that true reality is found in the world of forms, which are perfect and unchanging. According to Plato, everything in the physical world is a copy or imitation of a perfect and eternal form that exists in the world of forms. For example, there is a perfect form of a tree, which exists in the world of forms, and all the physical trees we see in the world are imperfect copies of this perfect form. The physical world, for Plato, is like a shadow or an illusion of the true reality. One of Plato's most famous ideas was the theory of forms, which holds that there is a perfect, ideal version of everything in the world, and that this ideal version is more real than the imperfect physical version we see and experience in our daily lives. The forms are eternal, unchanging, and perfect, while the physical world is temporary, always changing, and imperfect. Plato believed that the forms can be known through reason and philosophical inquiry, and that the goal of philosophy is to attain knowledge of the forms. He believed that the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom is the highest human good, and that this pursuit is what brings us closest to the world of forms. Plato also believed in the concept of the philosopher king, which is the idea that the ideal ruler of a society would be someone who has a deep understanding of philosophy, and who is able to use that knowledge to govern justly and wisely. According to Plato, the philosopher king is a rare individual who possesses the knowledge, wisdom, and virtue necessary to rule justly and create a society that reflects the ideals of the world of forms. Plato's ideas have had a lasting impact on Western philosophy and thought, and his works have been studied and debated for centuries. He is also credited with helping to develop the Socratic method of inquiry, which is still used in many fields today. The Socratic method involves asking questions to elicit deeper understanding and encourage critical thinking. Plato's philosophy has influenced many other philosophers throughout history, including Aristotle, who was one of his students at the Academy. His ideas have also had an impact on fields outside of philosophy, such as art, literature, and politics. In conclusion, Plato was a highly influential philosopher who had a significant impact on Western thought. His ideas about the nature of reality, the theory of forms, and the concept of the philosopher king are still studied and debated today. And his legacy continues to shape the way we think about the world. Through his works, Plato has left an enduring legacy of philosophical inquiry and critical thinking that continues to inspire and challenge us today.